Hello, I am Ruby Northcutt.
And I'm Karen Wilson, and this is the Up Beat.
During the show, we will be talking with individuals from within our own community and beyond.
We'll discuss topics and issues that are relevant to our guest and the multifaceted roles they take on in society.
This is the Up Beat. Welcome to the Up Beat. The show's guest tonight is Paige Northcutt and Jackie Smith. They're both exercise and nutrition enthusiasts. And one of the biggest things that we have to deal with, and especially as women, and I know myself, that I'm dealing with weight control. And they have a lot of insights to help us to work with our exercise and our nutrition in dealing with our weight control and the obesity, not just for ourselves, but for our adults and children. So we hope that you don't miss the show. We'll be right back, and this is the Up Beat. Welcome back to the Up Beat. We all know how important our health is in these days in staying healthy. Tonight's guests bring both enthusiasm and inside tips on staying healthy and how to take that value-added skill with us throughout our whole lives. Our first guest tonight is Paige Northcutt. Welcome to the show, Paige.
Well, thank you, Ruby.
Now, we all know that you're a very busy lady, and we know that you're a wife, a mother, and a business owner. Tell us a little bit about how all of that started.
I moved to McMinnville about 18 years ago and met my husband, and we started the USA Gym Health and Fitness Center. And it's a multi-purpose facility where our youngest person is 8 years old and our oldest person is 85. And we incorporate people from all walks of life into there who have had accidents or injuries or, heart attacks, or people who are just healthy and wanting to be in shape.
Well, I want our audience to know, for our viewing audience, I know that you were in the Olympics. In 1988, you won a bronze medal.
Yes, ma'am.
When did you first discover that you had a love for exercise and that you really wanted to go for the medal?
I started swimming when I was 9 years old. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida originally. And when I was a young girl, I was bored one summer with nothing to do. And so my mother joined me on the swim team. And we went down there, and I had a lot of natural talent. And we started on the swim team, and I just kept progressing through the different age brackets and levels of swimming up to the national level. And so at that point, there isn't always an ultimate long-range goal that, maybe one day I'll make the Olympic team or something like that. And in 1988, that dream came true for me.
You have quite a philosophy of life. Would you like to share that with us?
I think that everything that you do should always be fun. It should always be something that you enjoy doing. And you can incorporate your family into it, your friends into it, and you just need to keep it, healthy and keep yourself active and moving, because there's that old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's so true. I see that in a lot of the older clients that come into my facility and stuff like that. They're staying active and they have friends that are not. And they tell me all the time that, gosh, I move twice as fast as they do, and I can do twice as much as they do. And it's just all about having fun and staying active.
Well, I don't know about some of our viewing audience, but I do. I have a weight control problem, and obesity is beginning to be one of the biggest problems across our country, not just with adults, but also with our children. And they are beginning to set different standards for us controlling our nutrition and our obesity. And that's where you come in and giving us some really true insights into staying healthy with exercise. So what can you tell us about that?
Well, starting off at a young age, you need to try and have your kids eat more of a healthy diet. You know, you want to stay away from McDonald's and, you know, things like that, but McDonald's is moving towards a healthy trend too. They've changed their oil, they offer apple slices, they have oatmeal. They offer oatmeal for breakfast now. So you have to, you know, keep everybody in the healthy food category. You want to stay away from your fried foods or your greasy foods and not quite as much junk food, which is, you know, what a lot of kids' primary meals are.
Now, one of the diets, I don't know if our audience is familiar with it, but it was familiar to me, was the proportions. How do you go about the proportion part of that and calories and that type of thing?
The portion size of what you eat, if you're eating red meat or chicken or fish or something, should be no bigger than the palm of your hand, just the palm of your hand. You can have the vegetables take up the finger part, and it should be no bigger than the finger part. You know, and you want to try and stay away from your big starchy foods at night, your pasta, rice, potatoes, and bread. Mm-hmm. You can have it, but just in moderation, not with every meal and not tons at one time.
I think that's one of my problems. I have a sweet tooth, really, and I love the breads. But one of the other issues that I see a lot of times is nutrition. Now, I know that you have primarily developed a new system out at your gym regarding nutritional drinks.
Yes.
How does that work?
We just started the Fit Nutrition Bar out at USA Gym here in McMinnville. We are combining all natural fruits. We have strawberries and blackberries, blueberries, peaches, mangoes, and pineapples. We also can make it a complete meal by adding spinach and kale into your shake, and you do not taste the spinach or the kale, because some people are like, oh, you're putting spinach in my drink, it's going to be awful, you know. But you really don't taste it. I have lots of kids who love the shakes with the spinach and the kale in them, mm-hmm. and you can't taste it. It might turn your shake green, or it might turn it a purpley brown color, but you really don't taste it. You get all the benefits from it. You know, spinach is one of the, you know, best leafy greens there is, and kale, actually, from doing a lot of studies in nutrition, you know, getting ready to do this project, kale has more nutrients and health benefits than spinach and broccoli. So
you've developed that and you've brought it through with children. How do you approach children with a nutrition and exercise program that they decide if they want to come out there to the gym?
You have to keep it fun, especially with little kids. They don't have a really large attention span, and so you have to do short, sweet little bursts, and you just have to keep it fun, keep them enthused, and then we end up by giving them, you know, a little bit of a protein shake or something like that, you know, at the end if they want. And it's a healthy way, it's a good snack, it's better than, you know, a Snickers or something like that.
It sounds really wonderful. Now, for someone like me, older, do you recommend that we stretch out or do a warm-up or something before?
Yes. We always suggest when you first come in to our facility, or if you're doing it at home or, you know, at any other fitness establishment, that you always start off with a good warm-up. You want to stretch your muscles, you want to warm your body up, and there you get less injury when your body's good and warmed up. Sometimes you'll see runners or stuff outside, you'll see them stretching their calves or, you know, stretching their legs, and it's all part of that warm-up process.
I want to thank you so much for all the insights that you've given us. Now, I know that you're going to come back in a little while. Paige is going to come back with our next guest, Jackie Kesner-Smith, who is also an exercise enthusiast, and they're going to demonstrate an exercise that we can all do at home. So I thank you for that, and don't go away. We'll be right back with a word from our sponsor. Welcome back to the Up Beat with our second guest tonight, Jackie Kesner-Smith. And she's also going to give us some insight to the way she exercises and give us some tips on where we can all stay in shape. Welcome to the show, Jackie.
Thank you.
I want to give a little bit of a background of you. You are a teacher.
Yes,
correct?
I am. I teach at Hickory Creek Elementary, 4th grade.
And you're originally from Texas?
Yes, I was born in Temple, Texas. I don't remember very much about it. I think I was about 3. We moved to Upland, California. I lived there until I was 12, and then we moved to McMinnville. My father was Dr. Thomas Hill. Some of your viewers might have known him, and he just wanted to bring us here to grow up in a smaller town, because California at that time was a little
More
bit
active
rough.
than he wanted to bring his children up in, right?
Because he grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, so he just loved McMinnville when he toured it and thought it'd be a great place to raise us. And I agree with him. It's been a wonderful home.
So you already had the influence of being healthy.
Yes. When I was a child, I loved to go outside and ride bikes or roller skate or jump rope. It was just, you know, I mean, kids don't have any fear of that kind of thing. They just are so happy to be outside and run around and do those sorts of things, so it kind of came easily.
Okay. You're very much an exercise buff. I mean, I need more exercise, and I don't know about some of our viewers, but I can speak personally for myself. I don't get enough exercise, and probably some of the not best exercise because I don't have a commitment right now, and I've been told that, but you can give us some insight for that.
Well, we have to make time. You know, if we search for time, you're not going to find it. But if you make time for yourself, make time to exercise, then you will find it. And you just have to value yourself and your health. And it's not being selfish to take a little bit of time, maybe 30 minutes a day, to go walk or something like that for yourself. You know, you need to do that for yourself.
Right, and I think as women sometimes we forget that we can make time for ourselves. And I also believe that we don't always make enough time for ourselves for exercise. And I see that you have just come off of a marathon.
Yes, I ran a marathon this weekend. I ran on Saturday with some girlfriends, and that helps too. If you have some good friends that enjoy doing the things you like to do, you encourage each other. And we did the Cedar Frostbite one in Lebanon on Saturday. And you know, had a really good time, but I was definitely tired when I got finished. But you just make the time, and you surround yourself with people who enjoy doing the kinds of things you like to do, and you know, it just comes together that way.
Well, for the benefit of our viewing audience that have just made join with us, we have Jackie Kesner-Smith, and she's discussing with us how to do exercises. And the biggest problem that we're having right now is some obesity and nutrition that not only affects us as adults, but also with our children. What insights can you give us where within your teaching arena that you apply that?
Well, with children, they model what they see, and they see me drinking water, they see me eating apples for my snack. When we have snack time every day at 9 o'clock, it's called a calcium break, we talk about what portion size is a healthy snack. We measure with measuring cups, because you know, if you use a giant bowl for cereal or something, or chips, you don't know how much you're eating.
So you definitely practice.
We do. We practice. We just talk about it in math. When we're talking about a cup is 8 ounces, we then lead into, they'll often have bottles of water on their desk, and we'll look and see how many ounces are in that and how much is that. And so we do talk about that. And there's some children in my room that maybe don't have a snack, so I provide snacks there. I'll have the little Nutri-Grain bars. They'll ask if they can go get water, you know, because we don't have Cokes in our Coke machines at school. We have water in our machines. So we're encouraging our children.
So you encourage healthy nutrition right along with the exercise. What are some of the little exercises that you teach them in class? What are some examples?
Well, we in math, we have this little dance we do for perimeter. We'll say perimeter means to add all sides, front, back, side, side, and we jump. And we do with rotation and revolution and reflection and translation. Those are different ways to move. Like reflection is a mirror image, so we pretend like we're flipping ourselves around and just incorporating movement, so they're not just sitting in the desk.
A really good time.
We do.
I also noticed that you incorporate the magical moment that you also bring into the thought process and exercising their minds. Tell me how you do that.
Well, I wanted to encourage my children to read, and so we will read a book together, and we take quizzes over the chapters, and when we get to the end of the story, I try to take some element from the story, something that happened in the story, and I try to recreate it in my classroom to get them really excited, to really let them just see how much fun books are and how exciting books can be, and they enjoy that. They always will say, "What are you going to do for the next magical moment, Miss Smith?" They really enjoy that.
And so they just get into the story, and then you pull out a specific segment, and then
Yes.
you go from there.
See, they have to take a test at the end, and we've been quizzing all along, trying to get their comprehension up, trying to get them to focus on what they're reading, and then they take a test at the end, and they have to get a certain percentage, a certain score, and then they get to participate in the magical moment. And you know, the first time there might be 1 or 2 children that don't get that score, but when they see the other children and how much fun, then they get excited, and then I don't have any trouble. They're all motivated, they're reading, and they're all having fun doing it.
Well, we want to thank you so much for being with us tonight. Now, I know that you're going to come back and you're going to demonstrate for our audience that with Miss Northcutt, Miss Paige, she's going to come back and she's going to do an exercise with you, and you're going to show our viewing audience some things that we can all do and stay healthy.
Yes, thank you.
So please don't go away. We will be right back after a word from this sponsor. Welcome back to the Upbeat, and Jackie and Paige is going to demonstrate for us some exercises that we can do. And girls, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Hi, we're going to start with some simple stretches first. We're going to start by taking some deep breaths in, and then we're going to stretch from side to side. Ready? All right, I want everybody to take a deep breath in and blow it out. And you should do approximately about 2 or 3 of these. We're going to do 3 right now. 2, and then blow it out. And then we're going to do 1 more. Breathe in and breathe out. And this is just to open up your heart and lungs and to get the blood flowing through your body. Next, we're going to do some stride stretches. We're going to first reach over here to the right, overhead, kind of stretching all down the arm, down the side of the body. And then we're going to swap over and stretch the other way. Just nice and easy. Just reach overhead as far as you can. We're going to do that 1 more time to each side. So again, just reach overhead, use the chair that you're sitting in as your support. And then 1 more time over to the opposite side. We're just gonna reach overhead. Again, you should feel that stretch all down your body. Good, now we're gonna do some just simple shoulder rolls. We're gonna roll your shoulders about 3 times just to loosen up the upper body. 1 more time, good. Now the next thing we're gonna do is you're gonna put your left hand on your right knee, hold the back side of your chair, and you're just going to turn gently to the side. And this is stretching all of your back muscles and everything. And then we're going to swap over to the other side. Place the opposite hand on the opposite knee, and then hold the back of the chair and stretch to the other side, getting a good stretch on the other side. Okay? Good. And then once you've done a few stretches and stuff, now you can get into, you know, what you're going to do. We're going to do a little bit of exercises. You're going to hold the front of your chair, and we're going to do just some simple leg kicks, which are going to work the top sides of your thighs. We're going to hold here, and starting with the right leg, you're just going to kick that foot up and then down. We're going to do about 6 of these. You're going to kick that foot up and then down. This is working on the top side of the thigh, right up here, and it gives the bottom part of your leg a nice, good stretch. We're going to do 2 more, just up and down. 1 more, up and down. Okay, next we're going to reach down and grab some hand weights. And if you don't have hand weights at home, you can use some soup cans. They weigh a pretty good amount. You can get 2, chicken noodle soup cans and use those. But we're going to work on your upper body first. We're going to work on your shoulders. So you're going to hold your hand weights, or you're going to hold your soup cans, and you're just going to push it up overhead. And we're going to do 6 of these. And then you're going to bring it back down. And then you're going to push it up again, and then you're going to bring it back down. It's very important for women to do a lot of movement in their upper body using your shoulders. We're going to do 3 more. We're going to go up and then down. That way it keeps your shoulder girdle nice and strong as we get older. We're going to do 1 more. You're going to push it up and then down. Okay? Next, we're going to work the front part of your arm. You're going to bring your hand weights down to the front. We're going to work on the biceps, the front muscles of your arms, because we all have to lift grocery bags out of the car and stuff like that. And you're just going to curl it up, bring the weights up to your shoulders, and then extend the arms right back down. And then you're going to bring it up again, and then right back down. We're going to do 4 more. You're going to bring it up, and then down. 2 more. You're going to bring it up, and then down 1 more time. And we're going to come up, and then down. All right, next, again, working on the shoulders, we're gonna hold the weights just like so. Your arms are bent at 90 degrees, and we're gonna do a side lateral. You're just gonna lift up to the side, bring your elbows up to the same level as your shoulders, and then slowly bring it right back down. And again, you can do this with soup cans at home if you don't have hand weights. We're gonna do 3 more. You're gonna bring it up, and then down. 2 more. We're gonna bring it up, and then down. We're gonna do 1 more. We're gonna bring it up, and then down. Okay, and then when you're done, you can put your hand weights in your lap, or you can set them back on the floor. But these are good exercises for your upper body, because again, women should keep their shoulder girdle strong so that as we get older, we don't get the osteoporosis and stuff that pulls your shoulders forward. It'll help keep you nice and upright and stuff. Okay? Okay, now we're going to do some exercises for your lower body, for your legs, because it's very important as well as when we get older that you keep your legs and your lower body strong so that you can always get out of the chair or get out of the car and squat down and pet the dog or something like that. Okay, we're going to start by holding on the back side of your chair. It gives you some good stability and support, and we're going to start by doing some simple leg curls. Okay, and all you're going to do is you're going to curl the back of your leg up and then down, and then you're going to curl the other leg up and then down. This is working the back of the hamstring, the right leg again up and then down, and then your left leg again up and then down. This is keeping the back of that leg nice and strong. It also helps to do a little toning because women like to lift those buns back there. All right, another exercise that's good for your hips is we're going to kick our legs out to the side, starting with the right leg. We're just going to slowly kick it out and then down, and then you're going to lift the opposite one up and then down. We're going to do 4 more. We're going to lift the right leg up and then down, and then the left leg up and then down. 2 more. We're going to lift it up and then down, and again up and then down. And this helps to keep all of the hips nice and strong and stuff like that. Okay, next we're going to do some squats. You're going to widen your feet out to the same width as your chair legs, okay? And you're going to stand back just a little bit, and you're going to pretend that you're just sitting down in a chair, okay? And you're actually just going to sit down, and then you're going to come right back up. And then you're just going to sit down, and you're going to use the back of the chair to come right back up. We're going to do 4 more. You're going to sit down, and then you're going to come up. We're going to do 2 more. You're going to sit down, and then up, and then you can also use the couch like Jackie is, and that way it gives you an extra little balance in the back as well. That way if you're not out here like I am, you can back up against the couch like Jackie was, and then just sit down, and then right back up. Okay, and this will keep all of your lower body nice and strong, and you should build up to where you're doing about, 10 to 12 repetitions of each. The last exercise we're going to do is going to work on your stomach, and you're going to get down on the floor, and we're going to just lay back. Okay, you're going to put your hands behind your head for support, and you're going to lay all the way down, and then you're just going to lift up till your shoulder blades come off the ground, and then you're going to go right back down, and then you're just going to come up and down. 1 more, just up and down. Those were just some simple exercises that anybody can do at home that works on your upper body, your stomach, and as well as your legs. And then don't forget those stretches. Those are also really important. Ruby?
Oh, I want to thank you ladies so much for joining the Upbeat and being here and giving us so much inspiration. And we hope that all of our audience continues to find inspiration in all that they do while inspiring others. Don't forget to watch the Upbeat.